Welcome to HornbillTV, your English news bulletin. I'm Lishini Chaste. Now the headlines. Nagaland Legislative Assembly Speaker Sharingain Nongkumar today adjourned the 9th session of 13th NLA Sine Die. Nongkumar termed the two-day sitting as fruitful session. The Dimapur Nagar Students' Union said online mode examination should not be endorsed in the state at the moment. Union requested the protesting students to stop agitation. All Tribal Students' Union Manipur and the state government had signed a pact to table Autonomous District Council Bill 2021 in the upcoming winter session of the State Legislative Assembly, out some calls of indefinitely economic blockade. National Investigation Agency will soon take over the Manipur ambush case, which has claimed the life of an Assam Rifles colonel, his wife and child, as well as 4 of his colleagues from the state police. Officials said that the MHA will issue an order to the NIA any time this week or next, giving authority to the anti-terror agency to take over, re-register the case and start its probe in it. Now for the news in details. Nagaland Legislative Assembly Speaker Sharingain Nongkumar today adjourned the 9th session of 13th NLA Sine Die after completing all the business of the two-day session. Nongkumar termed the two-day sitting as fruitful session. He thanked all the section of the House, Leader of the House, NPF Legislature Party Leader, Ministers, MLAs for their cooperation and support towards the smooth conduct of the session.
To the end of the 9th session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly. Though we have had 2 days of sitting, it was a very fruitful session as we conduct all the business listed for the session. Before I adjourn the House, I would like to express my profound gratitude to all sections of the House, in particular to the Honourable Leader of the House and his team, and the Honourable Leader of the NPF Legislative Party and his team of Honourable members. I would also express my thanks to all the Honourable Ministers and the Honourable members for the full cooperation and support in running the House smoothly during the session. Honourable members, as there are no further business before the House, I adjourn the session CED.
The session adopted 2 Assembly resolutions: Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interests Act 2002 and Transplantation of Human Organ Act 1994 and Transplantation of Human Organ Act Amendment 2021, which were moved by Chief Minister Nifirio and Health and Family Welfare Minister as Pangyupom respectively on Thursday. The House also adopted 3 government bills: Nagaland Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management 4th Amendment Bill 2021, Nagaland Goods and Services Tax 5th Amendment Bill 2021 and Nagaland Lokayukta 2nd Amendment Bill 2021, which were introduced on the floor of the House by Chief Minister on Thursday. The demand for the regularization of excess expenditure for the year 2014 to 15, 2015 to 16 and 2016 to 17 tabled by Chief Minister on Thursday have also been passed by the House today. The House also passed the Nagaland Appropriation Number 5, 6 and 7 Bill 2021. The Nagaland Appropriation Number 5 Bill 2021 amounting to Rs 38 crore 78 lakh was passed as supplementary demands for grants for the financial year 2014 to 15. Number 6 Bill 2021 amounting to Rs 273 crore 60 lakh was passed as supplementary demands for grants for the financial year 2015 to 16, and number 7 Bill 2021 amounting to Rs 92 crore 16 lakh was passed as supplementary demands for grants for the financial year 2016 to 17.
Chief Minister may move for introduction of the bill.
Speaker, sir, I'd like to also introduce the bill.
Honorable Chief Minister may also move for consideration of the bill.
Sir, I'd like to move that the bill be taken into consideration.
Since the Appropriation Number 5 Bill 2021 relates to demands for grants for regularization of excess expenditure that the House has just passed, no further discussion is required. Therefore, Honorable Chief Minister may move for passing of the bill.
Speaker, sir, I'd like to move that the bill be passed.
The motion move is this, that the Nagaland Appropriation Number 5 Bill 2021 be passed. Those who are in favor of passing the bill may say aye. Aye. Those against may say no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it. The Nagaland Appropriation Number 5 Bill 2021 is passed.
Nagaland's Tourism and Art and Culture Advisor, Kihovi Yeptomi, made a brief statement under Rule 136 on the Hornbill Festival 2021.
In 2021, this year, with the celebration of 22nd edition Hornbill Festival, the State Tourism Department endeavors to minimize tourism-related losses, boost tourism service providers and the hospitality sector, while also maintaining COVID protocols, and hope to encourage tourist footfalls to make up the financial hit it took since the onset of the pandemic. The department is hopeful to reach out to a wider audience with new innovative ideas and also achieve the objective of celebrating Hornbill Festival to facilitate the local artisans, artists, textile industry, agro and allied sectors, and also to generate employment opportunities. Invitations have been sent out, and this year also we anticipate and look forward to visit from several honorable and dignified persons. Speaker, sir, besides this, I am also happy to announce that the State Tourism Department, along with the State Government, is also set to host the 9th International Tourism Mart for the first time from 27 to 29 November 2021.
Of the second day session proceedings. The session passed 3 government bills on Nagaland fiscal responsibility and budget management, 4th Amendment Bill 2021, Nagaland Goods and Service Tax, 5th Amendment Bill, and Nagaland Lok Ayukta 2nd Amendment Bill 2021. The session also adopted 2 Assembly resolutions on the Transplantation of Human Organ Act 1994 and Transplantation of Human Organ Act 2011 and Safasi Act. Meanwhile, Kihovi Yeptomi, Advisor Tourism and Art and Culture, make a brief statement under Rule 136 on the upcoming Hornbill Festival. The speaker said the 2-day session was fruitful and ended smoothly. Keep watching Hornbill TV for more updates. I'm Yanbini with camera person Ketolino for Hornbill TV.
The Dimapur Nagar Students Union has observed that online mode examination should not be endorsed in the state at the moment for the benefit of entire students' community and their educational progress. The statement comes following the protests being held by the college students of Dimapur demanding for the conduct of online exams. The DNSU in a press release issued today advised and requested the protesting students to stop agitation and start focusing on their academics. The DNSU also appealed to Nagaland University to reconsider the already published exam routine where the students are not getting any break in between the subjects in the routine. It also requested the university to decrease the syllabus as well. It may be mentioned that students from different colleges of Dimapur have been protesting against the offline mode notice issued by the Nagaland University. Demanding the authority to conduct exam through online mode, students staged protests outside Dimapur Deputy Commissioner's office yesterday. Protesting students were lathi-charged by police personnel today, November 26, to disperse them. The students submitted their demand letter through Additional Deputy Commissioner to be submitted to the Vice Chancellor of NU. All Tribal Students Union Manipur, KSO and ANSAM have agreed to suspend the indefinite economic blockade after the state government ceded to their demand to table the draft Manipur Hill Areas Autonomous District Council Bill 2021 in the upcoming winter session of the State Legislative Assembly. The development came after arrests of several executive members of 3 student bodies, which triggered lightning ban and indefinite economic blockade in the hill areas. The talk between ANSAM, KSO and state government held Thursday evening reached an agreement and a pact consequently signed in the presence of ministers Lepau Haukip, El Diko and Vungzajin, Valte and officers of Tribal Affairs and Hills Department.
Here in this meeting, we resolved that we should resort to undemocratic or unrestrained agitation if it is necessary. So today we have decided that the government should convene a special assembly within 7 days of time. If it doesn't convene a special assembly to table the SSC recommended ADC bill, then we are going to impose total shutdown in all the hill.
According to the agreement, there will be a discussion between Hill Areas Committee, One Manipur Legislative Assembly and the state government by the end of November on the draft ADC bill. Thereafter, the bill will be introduced by the government in the upcoming winter session of the Assembly after completing the due process of law provided under the Constitution of India. Both parties also agreed that the government shall release the arrested executive members of the 3 student bodies and a letter to suspend the ongoing indefinite economic blockade for the time being. Additional Chief Secretary Let Hojin Haukip signed the agreement on behalf of the government, and the agitating party was represented by ANSAM and KSO presidents. The National Investigation Agency will soon take over the Manipur ambush case, which has claimed the life of an Assam Rifles colonel, his wife and child, as well as 4 of his colleagues from the state police. An official in the Ministry of Home Affairs told that a proposal sent by the NIA linked to the case has been received and is under consideration. The official said that the MHA will issue an order to the NIA anytime this week or next, giving authority to the anti-terror agency to take over, re-register the case and start its probe in it. A senior NIA official also confirmed to ANI that the agency sent a proposal to the MHA last week to issue a formal order to take over the Manipur ambush case from the state police. On November 13, the insurgents ambushed a convoy of Assam Rifles around 11 a.m. leading to the mass killing of the 5 Assam Rifles personnel, including Colonel Viplav Tripathi and his family in the Tinghat area of Manipur. Tripathi, commanding officer of 46 Assam Rifles, lost his life along with that of his wife and their child in the attack. Nagaland's Tourism and Art and Culture Advisor, Kehovi Yeptomi, today welcomed everyone to the 22nd edition Hornbill Festival 2021, which has been scheduled to be held from December 1st to 10. Yeptomi said that for the past 21 years, Hornbill Festival of Nagaland has been brilliantly showcasing the cultural canvas of Nagaland. Rightly dubbed as the Festival of Festivals, the Hornbill Festival has proved to be one of the rarest kinds in the world, drawing the interest of the visitors from all over the world, he said while making a statement at the 9th session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly under Rule 136 on Hornbill Festival 2021.
In 2021, this year, with the celebration of 22nd edition Hornbill Festival, the State Tourism Department endeavors to minimize tourism-related losses, boost tourism service providers and the hospitality sector, while also maintaining COVID protocols and hope to encourage tourist footfalls to make up the financial hit it took since the onset of the pandemic. The department is hopeful to reach out the wider audience with new innovative ideas and also achieve the objective of celebrating Hornbill Festival to facilitate the local artisans, artists, textile industry, agro and allied sectors, and also to generate employment opportunities. Invitations have been sent out, and this year also we anticipate and look forward to visit from several honorable and dignified persons. Speaker Sir, besides this, I am also happy to announce that the State Tourism Department, along with the state government, is also set to host the 9th International Tourism Mart for the first time from 27th to 29th November 2021.
Yeptomi said that the Hornbill Festival, which brings all the tribes of the state on a united front and on a single platform with an intention to promote all the 17 indigenous tribes of Nagaland, their culture and products to the rest of the world. It is one of the largest indigenous festivals organized by the state government, whereby the uniqueness and diversity of our cultural identity is showcased here in all its grandeur. Today, he said the Hornbill Festival has not only placed Nagaland on the world tourism map, but have also kept the Nagas bonded to their cultural legacy and heritage, fostered intertribal interaction, and generated a growing interest about the diverse and vibrant cultures of Northeast India. The advisor said that Hornbill Festival in 2019 registered 282,811 visitors. The 9th edition of International Tourism Mart under the aegis of Ministry of Tourism, Government of India will begin from November 27 in Kohima. Addressing a press conference, Commissioner and Secretary Tourism I. Kito Jimomi said that the event will continue till November 29th. The International Tourism Mart, which was started in 2013, will be held in Nagaland for the first time. Kito said the department is expecting a host of leaders, diplomats who will be attending the International Tourism Mart, along with a large number of delegates, mostly stakeholders in the tourism industry and people from the media. He said the International Tourism Mart will also witness participation of tour operators, resort proprietors, travel and tourism companies and vloggers who do travel and food shows.
People who are directly or indirectly connected with the tourism industry. And we hope that we will have a fantastic 3-day session. We are going to have our first session on the 27th. There will be an inaugural function where our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Nifurio, will be the chief guest. He will inaugurate the 9th International Tourism Mart. This will be held at the banquet hall, State Banquet Hall. That will be followed by a fantastic B2B, or as we call business to business, and presentation session on the 28th. This will take place in Kisama at the Bamboo Hall. We have participants from all the 8 northeastern states, and we have a host of officials from the Ministry of Tourism. Shri Arvind Singh Ji, the Secretary Tourism, will be there. Madam Rupinder Brar, Additional Director General, Ministry of Tourism, will be there. And there will be many more officers from the Ministry of Tourism. We have a lot of presentations on the 28th. Presentations made by every state. That will be followed by sessions on festivals, fairs. That will be followed by interactive session with ambassadors from 5 countries who are also taking part. So altogether we have 8 diplomats from 5 countries who will be taking part. Thereafter, we will have a field visit session for them on the 29th. They will visit Pulebadze. They will have lunch there. They will view Kohima from the roof of Kohima. They will go for a half-an-hour trek. I think many of us have done that. After that, they will proceed to Konoma to experience how life goes on in the villages in Nagaland. And so we have a huge belief that all our guests who come to Kohima will extremely enjoy this experience. And for all the other technical questions that you might have, any clarification that you need, my colleagues from the Ministry of Tourism, Madam Bharti and Shri Vibha are here. You can point your questions to them. Thank you.
All the international travel mart before this travel mart, since it is called international travel mart, used to have the buyers from abroad. This is the mart where we are having top-notch buyers from domestic market. So this year's mart is not only international, but a big domestic push is given for this region of the country. So one difference is terms of approach and the target audience. Second is the component of this mart itself. You appreciate the fact that this mart is happening just before the mega festival of Hornbill. So basically it's kind of creating a lot of awareness within that genre of Hornbill festival. And second thing is happening, our mart is happening at the place which is itself is a beautiful place, Kisama Bamboo Hall and Kisama village. So people who are coming from different parts of the country will have the first-hand knowledge of the festival itself, the village itself, and rather than taking them out on different places, at one point they will get all the experience of Nagaland. Third thing, we have curated 2 very important sessions in this mart. Earlier it used to be sessions based on the psyche of the international buyers, but as you know that a lot of domestic travelers started traveling in last few months, and we don't want Nagaland to feel that they are a little bit behind on that. So to showcase what Nagaland has got, this year we have got the sessions on basically northeastern regions adventure sports. So we have to understand that this year the conference is happening in Nagaland, but the conference, the idea, the principle behind this conference is always the promotion of northeast region, not specific to one particular state. So promotion of entire northeast region is the concept. Second thing, that you know that we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, 75 years as independent. So most of our events, most of the outlook of the event goes around with that particular or mega theme of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. First time we are introducing a session for students in this ITM. So from all over the country we are inviting 50 to 55 students. They will be coming, and there will be 25 students from Kohima. So there is a session crafted for them, and this session is going to be all about connecting heart, connecting mind, connecting soul. So basically all the students, all the university students talking about different part of the country, what is their view on India 2.0, what they think about skill development, how Kohima student can explain the heritage and the culture of Kohima to them. So basically much more people to people connect in terms of youth in this event. As you know that this event is strictly a business to business event, where the products and the tourism products of northeast region have been exposed to the rest of the country. So the buyers will come from rest of the country and the sellers will come from northeastern regions. Strictly business to business session where people will talk about their tourism products. They will talk about their homestays, they talk about their B&B, they will talk about their resorts, they will talk about their tour operating company, they will talk about their transport operating company. So lot of things they will talk about, and a buyer coming from different part of the country, he will say, okay, fine, this is what is available here, so I can sign a contract with you. That will happen later, but this is something which we are thinking of.
That's all we have for now. Stay tuned for more news with Hornbill TV.